Dear soul, there are times in our lives when it seems that hope is far away, almost unreachable. We feel like sailors lost in a sea of uncertainty, looking at a horizon where everything seems to dissolve. Perhaps you've experienced days when you've asked yourself, is all this worth it? Is there something waiting for me beyond this whirlwind of emotions and challenges? The angels are guiding me today to tell you that the hope you are looking for has never been closer. More than an abstract idea, it is a living force, pulsating around you, ready to be discovered. Think for a moment about the difficult days you've faced. Perhaps it was an unexpected loss, a dream that seemed within reach and suddenly slipped through your hands. Or maybe it's that persistent feeling of emptiness, as if something essential is missing. What you may not know, dear soul, is that each of these experiences is preparing you for something greater. The angels, who walk beside you in silence, whisper that none of this is in vain. Before continuing the message, write in the comments, I welcome the light of hope into my life and trust in divine timing. Now, to continue the message, imagine, for a moment, a small flame in the midst of the darkness. That flame is your hope, that force which, even in the face of the most severe storms, has never been completely extinguished. Even on the days when all seemed lost, it was there, waiting patiently to be rekindled. The angels say that with every tear, with every silent prayer, you are strengthening that flame, even without realizing it. Have you ever stopped to think about the little miracles that happen around you every day? That unexpected message from a loved one, a gesture of kindness from a stranger, or even a moment of tranquility in the midst of chaos. These are sparks of hope that the universe puts in your path, signs that you are not alone. The angels want you to know that these little moments are loving reminders that you are deeply loved and guided. Hope, dear soul, is not something you look for outside. It's a state of mind, a daily choice to believe that tomorrow can bring something better. But how do you cultivate this hope when everything seems so challenging? The answer lies in two simple but transformative steps: trusting the process and being open to the unexpected. Many of us seek clear answers, paths without detours, guarantees that every choice will take us exactly where we want to be. But the angels ask me to remind you that divine plans rarely follow a straight line. Sometimes the bends in the road are the ones that lead us to the most beautiful and unexpected destinations. There is a story that the angels brought to me today, which I believe will touch your heart. Imagine a woman called Clara, who had lost almost everything she considered important in her life. She was on the brink of despair, not knowing how to move on. One particularly gloomy night, while walking aimlessly, she found a small candle burning on a windowsill. The simplicity of that light, in the midst of the vast darkness, brought her inexplicable consolation. Inspired, Clara decided to rekindle the flame within her. Little by little, she began to find beauty in the little things: the song of birds in the morning, the warmth of the sun on her skin, the smile of a neighbor. What seemed lost was being rebuilt, not in the way she had planned, but in a much richer and more meaningful way. The angels are asking me to tell you that, like Clara, you too can rediscover your hope. It's there, deep inside you, waiting for the right moment to shine again. And when that light comes on, it not only illuminates your path, but also that of everyone around you. Right now, the angels are working on your behalf, moving invisible pieces in the great puzzle of your life. They are preparing meetings, opening doors and closing others, all with the purpose of getting you exactly where you need to be. Even if you can't see the whole picture right now, trust that each step is bringing you closer to what your heart desires. Dear soul, take a deep breath and allow yourself to feel that hope. It's closer than you think, embracing you in ways you may not have noticed. With each new day, choose to focus on the light instead of the darkness. Remember, the angels are by your side, whispering words of encouragement and guiding your every step. Hope, as powerful as it is only the beginning of a journey. It is the seed that needs to be cultivated in order to flourish. But how do you turn this tiny flame into a light that illuminates every corner of your life? The angels have guided me today to show you that hope is like a guiding star, but the path to it requires two fundamental pillars: faith and action. Together, they have the power to transform even the most difficult challenges into opportunities for growth and renewal. Have you ever noticed how, in the midst of storms, there is always an interval of calm, a moment when the wind seems to whisper secrets to your heart? These are the divine intervals, the moments when spirituality approaches us to remind us that we are never alone. The angels ask you to notice these intervals, because it is in these pauses that magic happens, that faith is strengthened, and that answers begin to emerge. Now, before we continue this message, write in the comments, "I accept the rebirth of faith in my life and trust in the workings of the universe," to cry out and align your heart with the divine purpose. Let's continue. Remember Clara, the woman with the lighted candle we met in the previous block? Not only did she find solace in that little light, but she also decided to act. First, she started with simple steps, like waking up every day with an intention, to find something positive in every situation. Then Clara began to write down her thoughts, her dreams, and even her fears. She realized that by putting everything down on paper, she was creating a map to navigate the turbulent waters of her mind. The angels ask you to take inspiration from Clara's journey and ask yourself, what are the small steps I can take today to nurture my hope and faith? Faith is not about knowing all the answers. It's about believing that even without seeing them, solutions are forming. The angels show me that doubt often tries to take the place of hope. But here's a heavenly secret. Every time you act, even with uncertainty, you are strengthening your connection with divine purpose. Action is not the opposite of faith. It is the materialization of it. Think about that project or dream that you've held onto for so long. Perhaps it's something you've always wanted to accomplish, but have put aside for lack of time, courage, or resources. Now, the angels are telling you that the time has come to revisit that dream. It doesn't matter how big it seems. What matters is taking the first step. Start small, but start. Remember, transformation doesn't happen all at once, but is the result of every choice you make, day after day. There is a powerful spiritual symbolism that the angels brought to me while I was writing this message, the number 222. In angelic numerology, it means that everything is going according to plan, and that the universe is supporting you completely. When you see this number, it's a reminder that your actions, guided by faith, are aligned with the divine plan for your life. The angels also want you to know that you don't have to walk this path alone. They are sending people to support you, whether through kind words, wise advice, or even unexpected gestures of kindness. Keep an eye out for these signs, as they are the manifestation of the divine help you have asked for. Remember a time when you felt completely helpless, but something, or someone, appeared just when you needed it most. That was no coincidence. The angels are always around you, orchestrating these encounters and interventions to guide and strengthen you. Dear soul, there is a truth that the angels want you to understand. Transformation is not just about reaching a destination, but about who you become in the process. Every challenge faced, every tear shed, every smile shared, all of this is shaping you into a stronger, more enlightened version of yourself. Right now, close your eyes for a moment and visualize a golden bridge in front of you. This bridge represents the crossing between where you are now and the place where your hope will be fully realized. Every step you take on this bridge is guided by faith and fueled by action. The angels are there, holding your hands, whispering words of encouragement and ensuring that, even if you stumble, they will be ready to lift you up. Dear soul, the angels ask you to believe in your power to transform. Trust that every small step, every action guided by faith, is building the path that will lead you to the destination you so desperately seek. The hope you seek is not just a distant dream, but a reality that is taking shape, one day at a time. The journey to the hope you seek requires a special ingredient, living in the present moment. The angels ask me to ask you to pause for a moment, take a deep breath and look around you. Often, we are so consumed by what has happened or what is yet to come that we forget to notice the now, this unique and unrepeatable moment that contains all the potential for transformation. When you connect with the present, you begin to realize the possibilities that have always been before you. Now is where the magic happens. It's where you can plant the seeds that will blossom into a future full of light and abundance. Before continuing the message, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, take the opportunity to subscribe. This helps us to continue creating meaningful content for you. Continuing the message, think of a sunny morning, when the first rays of sunlight touch the ground and illuminate everything around you. This is the energy of the present, a soft light that dispels the shadows of the past and the uncertainties of the future. The angels want you to allow yourself to feel this light. They ask that, at this very moment, you say to yourself, I let go of the weight of yesterday and the anxiety about tomorrow. Today, I choose to live fully. There is a story that the angels are whispering to my heart right now. They tell of a man called Samuel, who lived tormented by the wrong decisions he had made in the past, and by incessant worries about how to fix his life in the future. He spent so much time trapped in his mind that he couldn't see the opportunities around him. One day, while walking in a park, a butterfly landed on his hand. He was so enchanted by the delicacy of the moment that for the first time in a long time, he smiled. Samuel realized that life is not just about getting things right or correcting what has gone wrong, but about making the most of every moment we are given. The angels say that, like Samuel, you too can find the beauty of a fresh start in the simplest of moments. Everything you need to transform your reality is already within your reach. Your strength lies in the present. Your hope flourishes when you choose to see the grace in the little things. Perhaps you are carrying regrets or fears that make it difficult to live today to the full. But the angels want you to know that these feelings don't have to define who you are. Imagine yourself holding a heavy suitcase, full of painful memories and future worries. Now visualize yourself putting that suitcase down. Feel the relief, the lightness. This is what the angels are inviting you to do. Release what no longer serves you. Dear soul, spirituality teaches us that every day is a blank page. No matter how many scribbles the past has left, the present always offers a new chance to rewrite your story. What will you choose to write today? The angels show me that this is the moment for you to embrace the power of a fresh start. They whisper that a new opportunity is about to reveal itself in your life. It could be a chance to follow a different path, to build something new, or to finally leave behind what no longer feeds your soul. This is the beginning of a brighter phase, more in line with the divine purpose you carry. But to start again, you have to act. How about starting with small gestures of self-care and self-love? It can be as simple as taking a few minutes to meditate, writing down your intentions, or even walking somewhere that brings you peace. The angels are asking you to take care of yourself with the same affection and dedication that you would offer a dear friend. They also suggest a powerful spiritual exercise. At the end of the day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. It can be something small, like a pleasant conversation, or a smile you received. Gratitude is a bridge between now and the blessings to come. There is something magical about fully accepting the present moment. It's where you find the strength to turn the impossible into reality. The angels are showing you that by doing this, you not only find hope, but you become hope for those around you. Your light illuminates paths. Your strength inspires others to believe that they too can start again. Dear soul, remember, the gift is a gift. It carries within it the promise of renewal. Even the scars you bear have something to teach you. They are proof of your courage, your resilience. The angels want you to see them not as marks of pain, but as medals of victory. Now I ask you, are you ready to accept the present, to reconnect with the now, and embrace the fresh start that lies ahead? The angels are by your side, ready to guide you on every step of this journey. There are times in life when the unknown looms like a great wall. It can come in the form of doubt, fear, or a feeling of being lost along the way. Perhaps you've already felt this. The worry of not knowing what's next, the fear of taking the next step, without guarantees. Today, the angels are asking me to share with you a secret that could transform the way you face these moments. The unknown is not your enemy. It is your ally on the journey to the hope you seek. Courage, dear soul, is not the absence of fear, but the choice to continue in spite of it. It is the act of opening doors that have never been opened before, of exploring territories that your mind may have avoided. And it is often in this unknown territory that the greatest blessings are waiting to be discovered. The angels tell you that you are now at a turning point. You may feel that the ground beneath your feet is shaking, that the once clear path seems hazy, but they want you to know this is exactly where your transformation begins. The wings of your soul are expanding, and what seems uncertain today will become the solid foundation of tomorrow. Think of a butterfly for a moment. Before it gains its wings, it goes through a period of total darkness inside its cocoon. Imagine the discomfort of being confined, not knowing what lies ahead. But it is precisely in this process that the magic happens. So too is your journey. What seems like a moment of uncertainty is actually an essential stage in your rebirth. Before we continue, write in the comments, I accept the transformation that the unknown brings, and trust in the divine purpose, to declare your courage to face this phase with confidence. Now let's move on. The angels are asking me to remind you of a powerful truth. You are never alone. Although the unknown may seem daunting, there is a divine presence by your side, illuminating your every step. Think of all the times when, even without understanding why, something worked out in the end. It wasn't chance. It was the invisible hand of angels, guiding you with love and purpose. Maybe you're thinking, but what if I fail? What if what awaits me isn't what I want? The angels have an answer to these questions. There is no failure when you act with an open heart and with faith. Even the choices that seem wrong at the time carry precious lessons that shape who you are and bring you closer to your destiny. There's a story that illustrates this in a touching way. Imagine a young woman called Sophia who had a dream to open her own flower store. However, fears paralyzed her. Fear of failure, of being judged, of losing everything. One day, she received a gift from a friend, a small plant in a simple pot accompanied by a note that read, "With every flower that blooms, a new possibility awakens." Inspired, Sophia decided to start small. She planted more flowers, cared for them with love, and little by little her garden grew. Today, her flower store is a reflection not only of her passion, but of her courage to face the unknown. The angels want you to see this story as a reflection of your own journey. No matter how small the first step, it is the catalyst for big changes. Maybe your garden isn't made up of flowers, but of dreams, projects, or relationships. What matters is that you cultivate it with love and faith, even if you don't know exactly how it will bloom. Dear soul, the unknown is the fertile field where your biggest dreams can grow, and the angels are here to remind you that you have all the tools you need to navigate this terrain. They are within you. Your intuition, your strength, your resilience. Right now, visualize a golden portal in front of you. This portal symbolizes the infinite possibilities that await you on the other side of fear. Take a step forward, in your imagination, and in your heart. Feel the presence of the angels around you, whispering words of encouragement, holding your hands and assuring you that you are safe. The journey into the unknown is never lonely, because it is shared with those who have already walked the same path and are now guiding you spiritually. You are part of something much bigger, a cosmic dance where every step has a meaning, even if it's not visible at the moment. Dear soul, choose to trust the process. Remember that even the calmest sea hides powerful currents that take us exactly where we need to be. The angels are asking you to embrace the unknown as a friend, not an adversary. It is the space where miracles are born, where your courage becomes light, and where hope becomes reality. Inside you is an infallible compass, a gentle whisper that guides your steps, even when the world around you seems chaotic. This compass is your intuition, the voice of your soul, which speaks through feelings, signs, and inspirations. The angels are asking me to turn your attention to it today, because it is through this connection that you will find the direction for the next step on your journey. Have you ever had a feeling that made you change your path? Or perhaps an inexplicable feeling that something was coming? These moments are not coincidences. They are ways in which the angels and your soul communicate with you, offering guidance so that you remain aligned with the purpose that brought you here. Intuition is often ignored because it seems too subtle, or because we are used to looking to the outside world for answers. But the angels want you to know, all the answers you're looking for are already within you. What you need is to learn to listen to them. Before we continue, write in the comments, "I listen to and trust the voice of my intuition, knowing that it guides me to the right path." Now let's continue. The angels are showing me that your intuition is especially active right now. Perhaps you've noticed repeating patterns, such as numbers, words, or symbols that appear frequently. It could be a song that seems to speak directly to your heart, or a dream that stands out from the rest. These are messages from the universe, signs that you are being guided. There's a story about a man called Eduardo that the angels asked me to share with you. He always trusted logic more than feelings. Once, while walking in the park, Eduardo found a white feather on the ground. Something inside him made him pick it up and keep it, even though he didn't understand why. Over the next few days, he began to notice white feathers in various places, in the street, on his desk at work, even in his house. At first, he ignored it, but his intuition told him that there was a greater meaning. So he decided to investigate and discovered that white feathers are a symbol of protection and angelic presence. Inspired, Eduardo began to pay more attention to his intuition, and this led him to make decisions that transformed his life. Dear Alma, the angels ask me to remind you that you too are surrounded by signs. They want you to trust them, even when they don't immediately seem to make sense. Your intuition is like a lighthouse, guiding you through the murky waters of uncertainty. But how do you strengthen this connection with your intuition? The angels suggest 3 simple practices. Quiet your mind. Take a few minutes out of your day to meditate, or simply be silent. The world can be noisy, And it's in the quiet that your intuition manifests itself most clearly. Trust your feelings. When something feels right or wrong, trust that feeling. Your soul knows more than your conscious mind can comprehend. Write down your inspirations. Often, intuition's messages come fleetingly. Write down your thoughts and feelings in a journal so you can revisit them later. Intuition, dear soul, is not just a tool. It is a bridge that connects you to the divine. It is through it that the angels speak, guiding your steps and showing you that you are never alone. The angels also want you to know that trusting your intuition doesn't mean you won't face challenges, but these challenges will be seen differently, as stepping stones in your spiritual climb, and not as insurmountable obstacles. Now visualize a river flowing gently through the mountains. This river is your intuition, always flowing, always finding ways to reach its destination. Even if it encounters rocks along the way, it continues, winding its way around, adjusting, but never stopping. You are that river, guided by the natural force of your soul. Dear soul, the angels are asking you to allow yourself to trust yourself more, to remember that every decision made with your heart aligned with your intuition is a step in the right direction. They are also showing me that there is a gift waiting for you, something that will be revealed when you fully trust this inner voice. If you are facing an important decision, the angels suggest that you close your eyes, breathe deeply, and ask your soul, what is the next step that brings me closer to my purpose? Listen without haste, and the answer will come, perhaps as a sensation, an idea, or an external sign. Right now, they remind you, your intuition is like a flame inside you, always present, even when the winds of doubt try to extinguish it. The more you trust it, the brighter this flame will become, illuminating your path with clarity and certainty. With every step you take on the journey of hope, something magical begins to happen. The universe conspires in your favor. You may have heard this phrase before, but the angels want you to understand its true meaning. It's not just luck or coincidence. It's divine law in action, responding to the energy you emanate, the choices you make, and the faith you maintain, even in the face of challenges. The angels show me that you are closer than you think to manifesting what you so desire. Whether it's a long-delayed dream, emotional healing, or a new opportunity, the doors are starting to open. But there's something you need to know. Manifestation is a process of co-creation. It's not just about asking, but about aligning your actions and thoughts with what you want to attract. Before we go any further, write in the comments, I accept and manifest everything that is aligned with my highest good. Now, let's move on. Think of a garden. For it to flourish, you need to plant seeds, water them, and tend to them patiently. So it is with manifestation. What you plant in your mind and heart becomes the basis of what you will reap. The angels are asking you to observe the thoughts you nurture on a daily basis. Are they in harmony with what you want to manifest? There is a story that the angels are sharing with me now. It tells of Anna, a woman who, for years, dreamed of living in peace and prosperity. However, her words and thoughts often contradicted this dream. She would say to herself, "Nothing works out for me," or "I'll never get out of this situation." Then, one day, Anna decided to change. She began to speak and think as if her life was already filled with peace and prosperity. Little by little, this inner change began to attract new opportunities. What seemed impossible began to materialize, because Anna began to vibrate on the same frequency as what she wanted. Dear soul, the angels are asking you to do as Anna did. Choose every day to align your thoughts and words with the future you want to create. This doesn't mean ignoring the challenges, but rather choosing to focus on the solution, rather than the problem, the potential, rather than the fear. There are 3 essential steps that the angels want you to practice in order to manifest your desires. Declare it clearly. Write down on paper what you want, as if it were already a reality. Use positive and specific words. For example, I am living a life of abundance and joy. Act with intention. Every little action you take, from a smile to a major effort, contributes to bringing you closer to your dream. Do your part, even if the steps seem small. Trust in divine timing. Often manifestation is delayed because something bigger is being prepared for you. Trust that the universe knows the right time to bring you what you deserve. The angels want you to understand that manifestation is more than attracting things to you. It's a process of inner transformation, where you become the person who is ready to receive and sustain the blessings you desire. Imagine for a moment that you have already achieved everything you dream of. Close your eyes and visualize what your life would be like. Who would be by your side? Where would you be? How would you feel? This exercise isn't just a fantasy. It's a powerful way of aligning your mind and heart with the energy of what you want to attract. The angels also want you to pay attention to the signs that are appearing in your life. These can come in the form of synchronicities, such as repeatedly finding the same number or hearing a song that seems to speak directly to you. These signs are confirmations that you are on the right path. Dear soul, sometimes the biggest obstacle to manifestation is the fear of not being worthy of receiving what you want. The angels ask you to let go of this belief. You are worthy of all the good things the universe has to offer. Love, abundance, and joy are not the privilege of a few. They are divine rights that belong to everyone, including you. At this point, visualize a circle of light around you. This light is the energy of the universe, enveloping you with love and opening the way for your manifestations to become a reality. Feel this energy, trust it, and know that you are being supported at every moment. Dear soul, the journey of manifestation does not end with the fulfillment of a wish. It is a continuous cycle, where each realization opens doors to new possibilities. The angels want you to keep believing, dreaming, and acting, because the best is yet to come. What seemed far away is now clearer, closer, like the sun breaking through the clouds after a long storm. Your journey so far has been marked by challenges, reflections, and choices, but the angels show me that this is the moment of rebirth. The hope you have been looking for is not only within your reach, it is already transforming your life, illuminating paths that once seemed insurmountable. At this point in your journey, the angels ask you to look back, not with regret, but with gratitude. Every stumble, every tear, every doubt was an essential piece in the puzzle that formed who you are today. The past is not an anchor, but a lesson, and each lesson has made you stronger, wiser, more connected to the divine purpose that dwells within you. Imagine that your life is like a book. You are now turning a page, entering a new chapter, full of possibilities. The angels are handing you a golden pen, symbolizing your power to write the story you want to live. What will you choose for this new beginning? Before we continue, write in the comments, "I embrace the rebirth of my journey with gratitude and courage." Now, on with the message. The hope you have found is not just an external light, but an inner force that now pulses with intensity. You are rediscovering the power of your soul, that divine part of you that has never lost faith, even in the most difficult times. The angels want you to know that this is just the beginning of a new phase, a phase where dreams that once seemed impossible begin to materialize. The angels show me a powerful vision. You are standing in an open field, surrounded by flowers that have just bloomed. These flowers symbolize the fruits of the seeds you have planted with your courage, your faith, and your actions. Each petal carries the energy of transformation, of overcoming, and of the love you have cultivated throughout this journey. Dear soul, now is the time to look to the horizon and ask yourself, what does my heart desire for this new chapter? Don't be afraid to dream big. The angels are encouraging you to trust your desires, because they are reflections of what your soul has come to accomplish in this world. Here's a secret the angels want to share with you. Everything you want already exists on the spiritual plane. What you are doing now is making space for these blessings to manifest on the physical plane, and that requires just one thing: trusting the flow of life. The angels also show me that you are ready to share your light with the world. What you have learned, the experiences you have overcome, are not just for you. They are gifts that can inspire and transform other people's lives. Your journey is a testimony of hope, and your story has the power to touch hearts and bring more light into the world. Right now, visualize a golden bridge in front of you. On one side is what you have already experienced, with all the lessons and memories you carry. On the other side is the future, bright, full of possibilities. The angels are by your side, ready to cross this bridge with you. Every step you take is accompanied by a chorus of blessings and divine protection. Dear soul, remember that the journey never ends. Each new horizon is just the beginning of another adventure. But what really matters is how you choose to walk. The angels encourage you to walk lightly, with gratitude in your heart, and with the certainty that you are guided and loved at every step. Now, take a deep breath and say to yourself, I am worthy of all the blessings the universe has for me. I trust, I am grateful, I am free. Dear soul, this is the time to celebrate how far you've come. You've faced your shadows, rekindled your hope, and allowed yourself to dream again. Now it's time to live fully, to embrace each day with courage and love. If this message resonated with you and your situation, write in the comments, I am reborn in light and hope. Share your experiences in the comments. If you like this video, like it and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring content. Thanks for watching, and we'll